Look, it's my kitty. I know, right? I'm doing the one thing I'm never consistent at. Yesterday, I, for the first time, watched The Lost World Jurassic Park. And this is my first time seeing it. I have seen the first one, and I have seen the third one. Love the first one. I liked the third one. Um, and, So the Lost World Jurassic Park follows Jeff Goldblum, who's back from the first one, and this is 4 years after the incident of Jurassic Park, and he is called now to Site B to research because and he didn't want to go, but his girlfriend ultimately went, so he had to go, so that he could protect her. Anywho, and that's pretty much it. And then, things go wrong and dinos run amok and blah, 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 and yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Now, The Lost World Jurassic Park, it is good in its own way. It is very different from the first one, but it is good in its own way. Um, the only thing, really the only two things I had a problem with, the first one was that, Dr. Grant wasn't in this one. He was my favorite character in the first one. I remember I just like loving his character in the first one. I think I did. I mean, he was just great. I mean, or anyway. Um, Now the thing that bugged me about this one, the more than the fact that Grant wasn't in this one, is that it just felt way too serious. Like the first one blended adventure and terror in such a great way that this one, it was just like, what? It felt so disjointed from the first one. But like how sequels are kind of supposed to flow off of the first one. If you want an example, um, the Lord of the Rings 1 and the Lord of the Rings 2, you can tell that they're both that it's a sequel. This one just felt so disjointed, and ultimately it suffers from that. That it didn't have any of that adventure feel to it. I mean, it was just way too serious. The dinosaurs were eating each other. Now, granted, if I did not see the first one, I probably would have liked this one more. Um, yeah, anyway, but at the end of this one, I'd probably give this about 3 out of 5 stars. Good, but not great. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's about does it for my review of The Lost World Jurassic Park. I hopefully will see you for The Hangover Part 2. Alright, bye. Was at a friend's house. I brought all 3 of my cameras, and well, we went and saw the movie Saturday, and we came back and the house was locked and I had to go home because we were doing a Mother's Day thingy. Anyway, but just quickly, Thor was good. I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's pretty good. The only thing I didn't like was Kat Dennings. She was not needed, and that's pretty much about it. So